Good morning to you. All right, well, I hope I'm in the right place this week. Sometimes I go to the wrong place, but anyways, I hope I'm in the right place. So today is, what's today? Thursday. I haven't made the transition yet mentally from doing my Facebook Lives from Wednesday to Thursday, but it is Thursday. I think it's January 15th. So welcome. Thank you for joining me today. Yeah, so anybody that's in Southern Ontario in the Greater Toronto area, we're having a snow day today. Yeah, so schools are closed. They're recommending you don't go out on the roads unless you have to. So it's a good day to stay inside today. All right, I'm just going to wait a minute, see if anybody pops on, and see if I can get this to show up on my iPad. So I think this is it. All right. Okay. So my name is Judy Menlove, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Markham, Ontario, Canada. So again, thank you so much for joining me today. Yeah, it's a snow day. It started snowing last night, and it's still snowing now. So yeah, so we've got quite a bit, and not only that, it's cold. It's like minus 13 out there. Minus 20 something with the wind chill. So yeah, I'm going to stay inside today and craft. I am not going out there for anything. Okay, so what have I got to tell you? Just a reminder about the bonus days. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank here. So for every $60 in Canada that you spend, you will receive a coupon for $6 to be used in February. So the bonus days runs till February 2nd. If you place an order for $60 or more, you will get, Stampin' Up! Will email you a code, coupon code. So make sure you save that in a safe place because you don't want to lose it. And then from February 3rd to the 28th, you can redeem those coupons on your orders. Okay. Also, we have a new product of the month for the month of January. It is a stamp set called Fabulous Sayings, and it's all backwards. I know. I'll show it to you again when I turn the camera down, and then it won't be backwards. All right. Yeah, and just a reminder, we got the new catalog out, new mini catalog, and yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for now. I hope I didn't miss anything. All right, so I'm going to turn the camera down and we can get started. All right, there's a button. I can never find that little button there. Okay. All right, I think that looks pretty good. Okay. All right, so here's the stamp set. So if you place an order for $100 before taxes and shipping, you can purchase this stamp set for $5. So that's a good deal. So it's got happy birthday. You're on my mind. Thank you. Sending love. Hello. You can do anything. So much. Hooray to a fabulous friend. Just because. And there are simply no words for this. Okay. So again, $5 with a $100 order. Okay. So today we're going to be playing with the Cute as a Bug suite. I love these little bugs. Okay, I hate bugs, but when they're, when they're all dressed up and they're whimsical, I like them. But normally I don't like bugs. So, all right, so I'm going to start with showing you the DSP. So, love these when the DSP contains these sheets here. Let me just move this up a little bit for now. Then you can see the whole page. So what you do is you just cut along here, and you don't even need anything. Look at this one. You don't need anything else. You just put it on a card and you're done. The same with this one, or this one you could put a couple little guys on. This one can be a great background. So I love it when you can just cut these. I've got a couple of cards I'm going to put together using one of these, and I will show you that in a minute. All right, and then you've got these this greenery on the other side. All right, here's some of the little guys. Aren't they cute? Oh my goodness, they're just so adorable. Love these guys. These two sharing a strawberry. Okay, so none of the dies cut out anything on this page. You would have to fussy cut everything, which is okay too. That's on the other side. And then there's this one. Again, none of the dies work on this page either. But oh, look at, they're just so cute. You'd have to fussy cut. Just so, so cute. And then that's on the other side. This is a great little background sheet. Love this with the Blackberry Bliss and the greens. And then that's on the other side. These all remind me of checkerboard. Okay, this is the one that the dies will fit. So the dies will cut out this guy, these little ants. There are no dies for this person here, like the way I call them person, this little guy here, or this little guy here. But pretty much everything else, it'll cut these little flowers, these little mushrooms, this guy, these, no, he doesn't cut this one. He'll cut this one and this one. So anyway, so the dies fit 75% of these things. So cute. Okay. And then that's the other side. This is a very nice background too. Just little white flowers there. And then we have, last but not least, stuck here, we have some mushrooms. And that's on the other side. And that's that. So let me put this to one side. So that is a designer series paper of the suite. The suite also has, I'm doing this all in the wrong order, but anyway, it has this old olive ribbon. It's lovely and soft. It actually stretches just a wee little bit too. So hopefully you can see that okay. It's very nice. And that is, I think it's old olive. Yep, old olive. And then we have these cute little ladybugs, embellishments. And we also have these little clear round circles that you could use like as little raindrops type of thing. Let me take it out of here, maybe you can see better. Okay. And then we have, this is the stamp set. These guys are so cute. We have Hello Friend, Love You Lots, and Spread Joy. And all these little bugs. And then the dies. Okay. The dies just, I looked at all these dies and I thought, oh my goodness gracious me. How do I even know what goes with what? And how am I going to figure this all out? So, here's my sheet. So I had to do a sheet. So this is the only way I could figure it all out. And then I know what cuts what. So I just cut out the dies and put them with the stamps so I know. Now these little ants, they all come on one die, but when you cut them, they break up into 3. Okay. And then these toadstools and flowers, there are no stamps for that. Okay. And down here, there's a cute little butterfly, snail, and dragonfly. Okay, so that's what I did so I could figure out what everything was because it was just overpowering for me. So, all right. And that's everything for the suite. Oh, here's some of the guys that I cut out of the DSP. Okay, I fussy cut him. And there's this guy. These guys, here's these little ants. They're so cute. There's the other one. Oh, there's the other one. And there's the little flowers that it'll cut out. And again, I fussy cut that one. And these flowers. So anyway, lots to cut out. All right, let me move all this to one side. Hopefully I won't lose some. All right, so I've got a couple of easy curves to show you. and one that's not, well, it's still pretty easy. It's just a little more time consuming. Okay. So this is the really simple one. Okay. So this is just that sheet of Designer Series paper. Okay. So it's this one here. So I just cut it and trimmed a little bit off. I wanted to keep that ant. So I just trimmed a wee little bit off this side and then cut the rest off of that side so that it would fit on a normal size card. Okay, so it looked like that. And then I paired it up with a piece of Blackberry Bliss cardstock. So I'm just going to put some glue on here, just to show you how easy you can make a card. And it needs to come down a bit. There we go. And I'll just give this a nice press here. And then I'm not even gonna pop it up, I'm just gonna glue it. So easy peasy. Oh, hi Jane, how are you? You were out shoveling, were you? Yeah, it's a mess. All right, and we're just gonna put that on there like that. Oh yeah, so I didn't say that, but you probably know this is 8.5 by 5.5, square to 4 1/4, and then each layer that I've done is 1/8 of an inch smaller. So if this was 5.5 by 4 1/4, my Blackberry Bliss would be 5 3/8, and this would be 4 1/8. Okay, and then this one would be 4 inches, I think. 4 inches by 5 1/4. Okay, and then I stamped, you know what, I need birthday cards. So I could have used something in the set, but I need birthday cards. So I used the Delightful Wishes, and I just use a happy birthday, and then I just cut it all up and just use happy birthday here. And I stamped it in the Blackberry Bliss. And I need some little dimensionals. Where's my minis? I can never find the large ones. All I can find is minis. But today, because I want the minis, I can't find them. Okay. Minis. There's some there. Okay. Actually, you know what? I think I'm just going to cut a strip here. I think that might be faster and easier. That looks good. Doesn't need to go all the way. We'll peel the back off. Yeah, stick that. I have to have my mat. Otherwise, I just find things slide all over the place. Then they stay played. Then they just kind of stay where I want them to stay. So there's the happy. Yeah, we'll do one for the birthday. Pull one off. And stick that on there. I gotta put the birthday down first because it's bigger. And then I can figure out where I want to put the happy. Okay. I think I'll just put the birthday there. And I move it over a little bit. I don't really want to cover up anything because I think this is just so cute. And then we'll just put the happy there. Okay, it's not centered, but that's okay. All right, and then I have, what do I have here? All these fell out. I don't know whether I was going to put them on this card or the other card. So, go with this card. So maybe I can put a little dragonfly there. Just put a little drop of glue. Hopefully a little drop of glue, way too much. Let me just scrape some of that off. There we go. So this is a little dragonfly, and I'll put him down here. I tried to put some green embellishments on, but you know what? I just found I was getting very frustrated because I found whatever I put on there just kind of it just kind of spoiled the pattern. So I decided I didn't want to do anything. I just put this butterfly on, and I'll put him over here like that. And then where are my ladybugs? Here they are. And let's take a ladybug. Come here, ladybug. And we'll put them up here. There we go. All right, so see how easy that was? And that's a cute card. Okay. All right, so that's card number 1. Card number 2, again, is just taking a piece of the designer series paper. So I have a piece of Very Vanilla. I know I don't very often use that, but it's a piece of Very Vanilla. And that's going to be my card base. And then I've got a piece of Mossy Meadow. And then that's just the piece from the designer series paper. All right, then we just cut. Easy peasy. Okay. And we're just going to glue this on. And again, pretty simple. I'm not doing anything complicated on these. And this has got a big border around it here. Yeah, it's kind of straight. There we go. And so my Mossy Meadow piece is 3 3/4 by 5. So I've left quite a bit of the Very Vanilla to show. And there we go. All right. And all right, so we got this guy down here reading. I think I'll pop him up. Just pop him up with the small ones. Pull that off. Doesn't want to come off. There we go. I'll just have him sitting there reading. He's quite happy there. All right, and then we've got this little guy here. Just gonna, oh, let's put one on the wing too. Make sure it stays. Yeah, I forgot to move this back down. Sorry, guys. I can't get these off. Can't get them off today. All right. There we go. And, all right, now he has a watering can, so I think I'm just going to put him up here like that. And then we'll put the watering can there. So one more little dimensional. And then he'll look like he's watering the flowers. Ah, there we go. Okay. Oh, get rid of that. And then I stamped Hello Friend in the Mossy Meadow and cut it out with, what did I use? Hold on. Nested Essentials, and I used the smallest one here. Okay. And I'm just going to put that over there. I could put it down here. I kind of like it better down here, but I don't want to hide all the flowers, so it's going up there. Looking for my bigger dimensionals now. You're gonna, these things, you lose them all the time, right? Or maybe it's just me. Okay. Pull these off. And I'm just going to put that up there like that. There we go. And let's see now. Do we want to add another ladybug? Sure, why not, eh? We'll add a ladybug. Maybe over here. And maybe I'll just put a couple of little drops here. I can get these to come up. Coming out of his little watering can there. Well, that's kind of cute. Oh, these are off. They don't want to pick up. Okay, now it's on my finger. There we go. Yeah, that's kind of cute. Can you see that? Can you see those little water droplets? I don't know where I get all these shadows from. Okay. Anyway, so that's card number 2. See how easy that was? Now, card number 3 is a little bit more involved. Okay. So I've taken a piece of basic white and I cut it with the 3rd largest arch from the Everyday Arches. Okay. And I'm going to give it a bit, I've got my scrap paper here somewhere. I could just use the mat, but I already have the scrap paper, so I'm just going to do that. And I need some Balmy Blue ink here. Oh. And a blending brush. So we're going to ink this up. And I'm going to start on my paper and come over here. I just want a little bit. I don't want it really dark or anything. I just want a little bit to take away the starkness of the white. And I don't care that it's in all those little holes there. Am I going to try and put this light on, see if that makes any difference? Nope. What if I move these? Does that make any difference? Nope. Doesn't matter what I do. I never used to get these shadows. I don't understand where they've come from. And just a very little bit at the bottom here. All right, that's enough. Just a little bit, just to tone down the white a little bit. Okay, so I can't believe, I don't know where these shadows come from. Anyways, I can't do anything about them because I don't know where they come from. All right, so this is a little flower stamp. I'm going to start with him. And I'm going to ink him up in the Memento Black. I don't need this anymore, I don't think. I might pull back my mat just to give me something a little softer, a little thicker than that. All right, it's gonna start him there. And then I'm gonna put another one. Oh, I'm gonna wait a minute. So what I found, so you have two options. What I did to start, where's my scrap here? Let's do this, get rid of this. So I just kind of inked all this off. Take your little chamois here, get it clean, and then just ink up the one side, all right, where the grass is, but not the flower. So you can do that very carefully because you don't want to get the flower. But I think I have part of the flower there. And then you can just add more grass. But what I found worked even better was a marker. So I actually have the old Basic Black Stampin' Write marker. And then I just kind of went ahead and added some grass. Kind of like that. Just tilted it on an angle a bit here and there. And then I want to put another flower in, but before I do that, I want to stamp my caterpillar. So we're going to ink him up. Just like to check after I've inked him up to make sure he's all covered. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Okay, and then I just kind of want him here on the grass. There we go. And then and then I want another flower. So he's gonna have to come over a little bit more. Like that, and then I'll just put a few more strips like this. And then I have the little toadstool, and I want him. He's going to come off the page a little bit. Actually, what I want is, I don't want it to come below the dotted line there. So I'm just going to put this paper here. But I don't want the mushrooms that long. So I'm just going to try and put them there. No, they're really short. Okay, that'll do. All right, let me put the lid back on this for now. All right, so let's see now. Start with my big leaf. My big leaf, I'm using Old Olive. So now you're gonna have to watch me color. I know, it's like watching paint dry, right? So this is the dark Old Olive I'm using. And now we'll just put that up like that. Just where the lines are. Okay. And then we're gonna take the light Old Olive and just color in the rest of the leaf. You know what, I'm gonna use the other end, it'll be faster. And we'll just color in this part over here. And just blend it all in nicely. Okay, so that's the leaf done. And then we'll do the caterpillar. So I did the caterpillar in Balmy Blue, and I'm going to use the large end because it's not the large end, the, what do they call that? Yeah, okay, well, you know, that end there. Whatever it's called. So we're just going to color him. And I am definitely not a colorer. I just kind of wing it here. Sometimes I have shading, sometimes I don't. Sometimes it turns out, sometimes it doesn't. You just never know what you're going to get. Okay, and then I've got the Azure Afternoon. So I'm just going to kind of go along here and in here and here and down here and down here. And then I'm going to take the dark and kind of do the same thing. There we go. And then it's going to take the Balmy Blue again and just kind of do this side over here. Blend it all in a little bit better. There we go. There's my caterpillar. Such as he is. Oh, now I'm going to take the dark Azure Afternoon and color in his little feet here. There's 20,000 feet, or arms, whatever they are. Legs. Go 2 more over here. He's got lots and lots. All right, then the grass. I'm just gonna take, this is Mossy Meadow. So this is, I'm just gonna color it up and down like that. Nothing exciting. A little bit there, a little bit over there. And then maybe I'll color the leaf on the flower as well. And we'll take some dark Mossy Meadow. And we'll just kind of, actually, you know what, you probably don't even need to draw the lines in because this is dark enough that it kind of covers it all anyways. Okay, I did do those mushrooms a little on the low side. But, so if you have a stem, I only have the one stem here. This is in light crumb cake. Maybe a little bit there on the stem. And then I've got the pecan pie. This is the light. Actually, no, I want the dark. So the dark pecan pie. Just wondering why you didn't stamp the grass in green. I didn't want the flower in green. I don't know. I could have stamped it in green. Maureen. I have no idea, Jean. So we're just gonna put this on the mushrooms. And I want to take my crumb cake because I forgot to do this here. This little bit here. Again, doesn't have to be covered in solid or anything. And then this is the light pecan pie. I find once I add the light, the dark all totally disappears. So just gonna do that again. And then I just noticed underneath that little tiny one, there's still a little bit here that needs to be done in the crumb cake. And my flowers are going to be done in fresh freesia. So again, nothing exciting. Just going to give them a quick little thing like that. That's the dark, and I'm just going to take the light and just color it in. And again, once you do that, you can't tell that you even put the dark on there. Okay, that's it. Let me get rid of all these blends. There we go. All right, so I am going to take this Hello Friend, and we're going to ink that up in the black. Yeah, that's better. Now I'm going to try and center this. Yeah, put them right there. Ta-da! Okay, it worked, it worked. And then I have a bee and a flower that I cut out. And let me get over here with my base card. Where is my base card? Okay, so my base card is just basic white. Base card, basic white. 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I wonder if I turn this light out, if it'll be better. Ooh, it's actually worse, isn't it? Yeah, it seems to be the camera for some reason. This part here, my phone is making the shadow. Okay, then I took a piece of Old Olive and I embossed it with the vine and stone and vine. Let me see where it is. Stone and Vine 3D embossing folder. It's really raised. Can you see that? It's like super raised. I'm surprised how raised it is. Maybe if I put it this way. Yeah, see? Anyways, so I've got that, and we're just gonna glue this on. And you might want to use glue rather than adhesive for this embossing folder, because this embossing piece, because it is quite indented in a lot of spots. Okay. So this piece looks like I might have cut it a little bit short on the top and bottom, but so this piece, or it might have been when I embossed it. Maybe I should have embossed it and then cut. Anyways, it is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Okay. And then I'm going to pop this guy up. Dimensionals. Some up here. I don't know how many I want. You know me, I love to use dimensionals. Put one there, put one over there, and then we need a couple in the middle. There we go. And I'll just pull the backs off. Oh. They don't want to come off for me today. There we go. Okay. And we'll just kind of center that there. And then we've got this little bee and a flower. So it looks like this is the one that actually has the watering can, but we're going to have him, going to maybe give this, his little buddy, a flower. And we're just going to pop this up too. Put one there. Where's my little ones? And I want a little one there. Pull them off. And I don't care if the wing goes off the page here. Like that. I want one little drop of glue here. What do you think? I can do this. Looks pretty good. And one little dimensional on the flower itself. Oops. Oh, that's right. All right, and we're just gonna glue that flower on. Like that. There, isn't that cute? Okay, so will I add another ladybug? What do you think? Here we go. Wondered where my ladybugs were. Maureen says I'm the Team Stick Dimensional Queen. Yes, I do like to make sure I have lots of dimensionals and it doesn't sink anywhere. So, I know I use way too many, but maybe we'll put one up there. And maybe, you know what, maybe we'll put, oh no, I can't do 3 too because I have to have 3. So we'll just quit like, whoop. We'll just quit there. All right, so that is that card. I think I got everything I wanted to get on there. Yep. Okay, so let me move this out of the way and bring my 3 cards in. So we've got that one, and that one, and this one. All right. That's what I have for you guys today. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed my little buggy friends. But I really think they are cute. And you can do so much with them. You know, you can color them. And the thing I like about it is you can color them in any colors you want, which is why I like the whimsical bugs or whimsical animals or whatever they may be. Because, you know, sometimes when you have to color exactly because they're real naturey, your colors are off. But when you can, you know, you can color that orange, whatever you want to do. So anyways, thanks very much for joining me today. I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule, and hopefully all the snow that we're having will stop soon and the roads can get plowed and we can get out again. All right, listen, you guys, you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you back here next Thursday. Take care. Bye-bye.